Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this sad episode. I'll probably not be talking real loud today. I will probably just be talking a little bit silent for a good friend of mine who kind of lost someone today, a while ago. Not a long while ago, which is kind of I really I kind of want to. It's kind of hard to say. Basically, Quellergy, you all know him. He lost someone that he liked, a good. Let's just say I would call it I don't know what to call it. He knows what it is to him, and it was a sad day for him, for a while ago, and he still is sad, which is why I'm making this video today. I'm trying to basically talk about it a little bit, about death in itself, how it is to lose somebody, because I think we've all been there once, and you are going to be there once. I know it. It's not good feeling whenever somebody dies. They're because when they're gone, you can't really talk to them anymore. They were you could go to them, you can say hi, they answer. When they're dead, they don't answer anymore. They have to leave. They can't just stay there, they have to go away. So it's always hard to basically say goodbye to somebody without any warning, because death is uncertain unless something else happens, which rarely happens. There's always, you can't live forever, sadly. It's always going to end this way with yourself and with your loved ones. It's always going to happen. There's might be something you can do about it, but so far I only see the thing is you can live your life as, collect back your life, basically live as a happy person. It would make the people that are your loved ones dead, that it will make your loved ones that is already dead kind of happy about your that you still are able to continue without them. You lose always the people you lose affect, they have affected you in some way, be it bad effect, be it good effects, always having good effects on people. I've lost a lot of people, honestly. I'm 18 years old. I've already lost somebody. I've lost both my grand mothers, and now it's only my grandfather and grandmother that are alive, which are the oldest ones right now. A great grandmother and great grandfather. Basically, I lost them. I can't remember when I lost my great grandfather, because that happened when I was very, very young. And my great grandmother, both of them were really close to me also, but I lost them when I was 5 years old. Would think I didn't really much care about them, but I did. I was still sad that day. And the same, when it comes to death, it always brings back horrible people, always horrible memories. You can never be sure when it's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen to one of your, the people you know. Everybody you meet affect you. Everybody you see is actually a part of your life by that time. They will all basically you run into them, and they are now a part of your memory. There's nothing you can do about it. And you can live your life by basically meeting new people. There's always people going to respect you. They're going to laugh for you, and they are happy to be with you, and you're happy to be with them. And then stuff happens. That's why a lot of people basically starts being I feel that's why some people don't really want to talk anymore to new people, don't want to meet new people. They're afraid to lose you. Like they don't want to lose another one. But here's the thing. What will make the dead ones happy, I would feel, is basically go out, enjoy yourself. You're gone. Like everybody has to die one day, even you. And the best way to basically go to that time is basically be happy about your life. Love. Like basically don't stay back. Just go ahead. Go further into your life. That's all you have to do. It's going to be hard at the start. I know when people die in front of you, but you gotta find the point where you are ready to continue on. Take your time. Basically, do you need to talk to somebody? Then go talk to them. Are there anything you don't want to talk about? Then don't talk about it. If you'd rather just stay home and don't want to talk to anybody, you're allowed to do that. Even in work, where basically I work now, if somebody close to you dies, the boss will let you like get a week or like some days for you to basically like think about it and get back on your feet, ready, set and go, back on your feet. There's no like big stress. Like basically when my, I don't know what to call him, he was not really close family, but he lived like on a hill. I basically like since I was born, he was always there. He was just like there with me. He was a farmer on like far up. I really loved like he was the guy basically. He whenever I came in, like a lot of my like a lot of parents and such and grown-ups basically don't listen to children whenever they talk. But I remember he puts like whenever children came inside, or like me in that case, came in and wanted to say something about the subject, a lot of grown-ups would not listen, but he would silence them all and say, go ahead, what is it you want to talk about? Basically showing it doesn't matter how young you are, you still have something important to say. It doesn't even matter. Your age is not your wisdom. Your wisdom can be great as a kid. That was his thought. Then soon, I was working at his farm for so many days. I was working praxis there whenever I was in school. There was still he was always helped me. Like I had to basically have a week at school where I basically would work at another people. He was there. I just asked him, and I worked at a farm for so many days. Like I worked for an entire week, and I actually felt like I worked there. He basically knew if a task was too hard for me, then he knew it, and I got help from him. He helped me. He was helpful. I was helpful to him, and I loved to work there. And when I soon got to that point, after that, I was still connected with him, and then I was going back at school. I talked about how some of the stuff I did, and he was interested. He was always there. Then all of us a sudden thought when I was in the first year of when I got into I don't know, college or high school. I don't know what it is in England. But when I got in, and I finally got in, and he was just wow, great job. He was actually cheering on me. He thought I was going to do a great job, and I was just he supported me. And then I heard he was ill in the summer before I was going there, going to my in my summer vacation. I heard he was ill. Went over there. The farm was he was no man to basically give up. He didn't want to go to the hospital. He went to the hospital, went straight back to his farm, and then he got sent to like the old, like the, you know, where basically old people live, like the, I can't remember what it was called, but when he went there, he didn't want to stay there. He was just like, this place is full of old people, and I still laugh at that day. Like he was 92 years old, saying that place was full of old people and he didn't want to be there. It's still funny to me. And when he got ill again, he still had his farm, so he had to take care of it for him. But then days took off, and he was gone. He died from. He died, and I was afraid to visit him on the hospital, before he died, because when it comes to being at the hospital, I can never be there to look at somebody when I think they're going to die. And there's this thing I have where I basically look at, like in my dreams, every single time there's somebody close to death, I always dream of their deaths before they happen. Like, I don't dream like accurate where they die, I just dream it. Like here, I just dream of death, like he's gone, and he wasn't dead right there, but like later that day, like week, he died, and I didn't know where to put myself. I went on, like, whenever I'm sad, I go on a trip to the forest, basically, because I used to walk a lot in the forest with my grandfather, and he is still alive though, but I walk a lot in the forest. And when I came to that day, I walked in the forest and did sort of like I cried on the way, like I just needed a way to walk, and I walked far. My mother was sad too, like it was all sad. It's a really sad day. And yeah, and when I heard like a lot of other, like, I even lost a sheep. Honestly, there was a sheep I basically been taken care of as a kid that also was his, like he was like that farmer basically took care of him. And that sheep basically I had like when I was about 11 years old. I actually like got this sheep for like not even 11, maybe 9, maybe 10. We got like a little baby sheep we basically took care of. We took care of him. We basically loved him, and that sheep was Lambina, which was my favorite. Like, he was my favorite like sheep because he was so like tame. It like walked towards us. It was not afraid of us like all the other sheep was just like running away. She always came to us. And like during the years I always like went on a visit, and like I went on a visit basically petting her a lot, and as soon as the guy died, she died too, because she, like, after a while, because she didn't have anyone to care for her anymore, and I couldn't take care of her. We didn't live in a place where a sheep could be, and she lived long years. She probably wouldn't be able to live anymore. And I went to, like, before she was going to get slaughtered, I went there and pet her on the head. I was basically like hugging her. Basically, I was crying, sobbing, and there I just like pet her. I just wanted to stay with her a little bit longer, but then like I had to leave at some point, and then I left. As I was leaving though, I heard she was basically like buying at me. Like, I felt so horrible. I just went to sat in the car, and we rode home, and yeah, it's really sad. And when I think about it, I actually start crying. Like, just saying this, if you're a man in your 18 or younger or older actually too. You're allowed to cry. I cry a lot when I think about this stuff. I don't really like to think about it, but it happened. I can't help it. It just happened. And to say that like it's silly to cry over an animal and a dead old man who was basically too old, I think you should think about that. Like everybody, it's still sad. Like everybody loses somebody, and I lost so many during my time. I don't really want to lose anymore, but I know I have to lose them. They are all going to be gone at one point. So I would just say this: if you have anything you want to share, you can contact me and I will gladly talk to you about it. Like, I don't think I would be much help, but if you want to talk to somebody about this, my ears are open. And yeah, this was a real sad episode from me and Ducology. I hope you get better soon, and like you will be the happy person I know I love as a friend. Yeah, and don't worry, your neighbor, she will probably be alright. She probably will be better off now. The only way for her to be happy is basically if you are happy. And then, yeah, the picture I drew today was a really sad one. I basically drew a doll dummy crying over a grave. We're talking about a subject like this, I have to put out something. And yeah, thanks for watching everybody, and I talk to you tomorrow, where I will basically put up a little bit of a more happier episode, I think. Like something that will actually cheer you up a little bit, and hopefully I will be able to talk to you about something that doesn't like sound so bad and something sad. Well, see you next time, people.